in Print. This is our closing reception for this exhibition. My name is Erica Kwam. I'm the director and head curator here at Purdue Galleries. And this exhibition kicks off our 50th year. So this is a and this specifically celebrates the enduring legacy of printmaking at Purdue University, both within our permanent collection of artwork and within the Roof School of Design, Art, and Performance. So as a little side note, there are what I am going to call birthday cards on the cocktail tables, and by Reeve over there, who is graciously holding down the desk fort. And if you would like to fill one out with like a birthday message or like your favorite memory of galleries, that would be phenomenal. And back to my notes. Purdue is the only Big Ten university without a museum. For some of you, this is news, and for others of you, this is basically my tagline for opening any speech that I have. However, we do have an amazing permanent collection of artwork, which we have actually recently launched a website of, so you can find it at purdue.edu/galleries, and then there's collections, and you can find all nearly 5,000 works of art, which our team has diligently documented and researched and created high-res images of, and it's available for all 8 billion people who can reach the internet, which is really exciting because before it was kind of a, as the youth say, an ick. And I would also like to say that we have a tiny staff who truly punches above their weight. We have engaged and supportive colleagues in the Roof School and in the College of Liberal Arts. And an incredible cohort of student gallery attendants and interns who every day give me hope to wake up the next day and that museums are going to be a better place because of them. And the world in general, you know, whatever. So I am so grateful for them and for all we've accomplished this year, with hopefully much more to come. And with that, I had to actually edit this to put this in. As of 28 hours ago, the Museum and Archive Studies minor has been fully approved, and students can register for this minor in fall of 2026. So this is a huge accomplishment to have museology as a credential and as part of Purdue's curriculum. And I, yet again, like to thank my gallery staff because we wouldn't have it without them, as well as my students who truly drove this. You're the only reason we did this, because we like you and we believe in you and we want you to do fun things in the museum world, as well as the CLA admins who put up with quite a lot. Neil Harmeyer and Archives and Special Collections, and particularly and especially Rachel Weaver, who I owe either a bottle of wine or a pedicure. We'll figure it out.
Both?
Oh, both. Yeah. I think she'd like that. So, on with today's show. This exhibition centers on 3 remarkable women. Professor Emerita Catherine Reeves, who is right here. Delita Martin. Yes, please. Delita Martin and Latoya Hobbs. And these and the 3 of them symbolize generations of mentorship, innovation, and excellence. It is an absolute privilege to exhibit their work all together in our very own Ringel Gallery, which, as you can say, is an intimate space. But we have managed to pack so much meaning and phenomenal work and everything into this, and especially with these 3 women kicking off our 50th year, just feels correct. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for trusting us to exhibit your work. So tonight's reception is going to be a bit different than the original plan. Delita encountered the fabled 6-hour TSA security line and is unable to join us as intended. So I've asked our exhibition design intern, Bakeen Coley, to read her statement, and then after that, Bakeen is going to introduce a bit about his work as our exhibition design intern. So I'm going to turn it over to you now.
Yeah, I have her statement here, so I'll start with that. I'm truly sorry I'm unable to be here in person for the closing events of Legacies in Print at Purdue University. Please know how much I've been looking forward to sharing this moment with you all and celebrating the work together. I want to extend my deepest thanks to the entire exhibition team and to Purdue University for the care, intention, and generosity you brought to this exhibition. It is an honor to have my work included alongside two incredible artists and to be a part of a show that uplifts the depth, complexity, and legacy of printmaking in this way. This exhibition holds an even deeper significance for me as it brings together three artists, myself, Delita, Catherine Reeves, and Latoya Hobbs, to share space with Catherine, who was both my professor and Latoya's, makes this moment especially meaningful. Her influence as an educator and artist has helped shape the foundation of our practices, and now to stand alongside her in this exhibition feels like a full circle moment, one rooted in mentorship, lineage, and continued dialogue across generations. Legacies in Print feels like both a reflection and a continuation, an acknowledgement of the artists who have shaped the path before us, and a collective commitment to expanding what printmaking can hold. To be in conversation with this lineage, especially within an academic space that fosters learning and growth, is something I do not take lightly. The works I contributed, particularly Sometimes My Blues Change Color, comes from a deeply personal and evolving place within my practice. Blue has long been a central language in my work, representing protection, wisdom, and the liminal space between physical and the spiritual. In this body of work, blue begins to shift. It becomes expansive and responsive, reflecting on the ways emotion, memory, and experience are never fixed. The changing of blue is about transformation, how grief can become healing, how stillness can become movement, and how what we carry can alter in tone but never lose its depth. These works are part of an ongoing exploration of layered histories, both personal and collective, and how these histories live within the body, within the land, and within the act of making. Through this process of printmaking, its repetition, resistance, and demand for presence, I find a way to hold those layers and give them form. Delita Martin. So again, my name is Bakeen Coley. I'm the exhibition design intern here, and I worked with our exhibition team to curate this space. It was an incredible opportunity. It was my first time working with the exhibition team. I actually started this journey pretty recently with Erica in our museum practices course. I believe it was like a year ago. My kind of connection to this was I transferred here after studying architecture. And so when I got here, I looked to expand my practice a little bit, and I was able to take some more classes that offered some new perspectives in design. And so after explaining my interest in spatial design and curating a space for visitors and viewers, Erica had the idea to kind of push me in this direction, and I really appreciate it. For this space, we were challenged, as it was put before, a pretty intimate space, to display some works that are often and have been displayed independently. For this piece, or pieces by Delita specifically, they were all independent, and they are part of a collection, but when they were displayed, they were given their space to breathe and to be viewed independently. One of the things we found as we were kind of troubleshooting this process was, rather than trying to force each one to be viewed independently, which would in some ways encroach on each other, given the space that we had, we tried to find a way to embrace the connections that they had between each of the pieces and find a cohesive design that really complemented each other and to put them together in this way. So it was a really unique experience. These pieces are actually attached with Velcro. So it started first by tracing each piece on sheet plastic, cutting out the Velcro pattern on the back, and then we were able to tape those up and configure a design that really worked with the space. We also had some 3D models where we were able to kind of put stuff in and troubleshoot from Photoshop to get the vinyl cuts. And so it was really a neat experience to play in a design setting, which doesn't really, it is, from my limited understanding in this practice, is that it is pretty strict in how pieces are curated and that design is set. And so to have the freedom to explore design in this way was really an interesting experience.
To this side, and I'd like to introduce LaToya Hobbs, who received her MFA in printmaking from Purdue in 2013. LaToya has recently presented solo exhibitions at the Frist, the Milwaukee Museum of Art, the Virginia Museum of Contemporary Art, and the Harvard Art Museum. So big. Her work can be found in the Whitney, the Met, Harvard, MFA, Boston, Johns Hopkins, the Milwaukee Art Museum, Cincinnati Art Museum, the Getty, the National Art Gallery of Namibia, and so many more, but I'm delaying you getting to hear from her. So I'm going to turn it over to you now. Thank you so much for being here and for allowing us to exhibit your work.
First, I want to say thank you so much to the team here at Purdue. If I start trying to call names, I'll forget somebody, so I just give a collective thank you to everyone who was responsible for putting this exhibition together. I feel really honored for your alma mater to see the value in your work and to be able to reflect on your time as a student. So I do really feel honored to be exhibiting in this space, sharing the same sentiments as Delita, being in conversation with her, and also Professor Reeves. So as I was being driven around campus and walking through the building, it brought up a lot of memories for me, kind of some mixed emotions, like all happy emotions, but I just really am thankful for my time here because it really laid the foundation for the artist that I am today. I came here really because of Delita. At the time, I had transferred schools from the University of Arkansas. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas originally, and started to pursue a degree in biology, which did not work out, obviously. And so I ended up transferring to the University of Arkansas at Little Rock and really just trying to find my way, and decided that I wanted to pursue art as a career. That was my passion and the thing that I wanted to delve in further. Started studying painting, and then eventually, because of a required class, I had to take printmaking, and I really fell in love with relief. Primarily because of the work of Elizabeth Catlett, who was a really big influence on my life. And as I was starting to get more into relief printmaking and wanted to learn more about it, Delita ended up coming to my university as, I think, an adjunct professor at the time, and I had not met her, but a lot of other people were like, hey, do you know Delita? And I was like, no, I do not. And they was like, well, she has work up, you should go check it out. And her thesis show was being shown in one of the galleries. And for me, it was a really pivotal moment because I didn't really have any examples of artists working in the way that I wanted to work. In particular, Black women doing printmaking. That was something, other than Elizabeth Catlett, I had no physical embodiment of that. So seeing her work at that time was really important to me, and then being able to meet her and just talking about my desires, and I was decided that I wanted to go to graduate school and didn't know where I was going to go, and she was like, well, you can always try Purdue. And I was like, Purdue has the art program? And so at that time, I was like, well, I'll just put in an application, I'll see what happens. I had listed deadlines for the other schools that I was trying to apply for. So I was like, well, if I don't get in, I'll just keep working on my portfolio and I'll apply again. And so I ended up visiting here, got accepted, I got a teaching assistantship. And so it was just all up from there. And so just looking back on my journey, this place really, again, like I said before, set the foundations of my work as an artist, but also my work as an educator. So after graduating from here with 3 years of experience teaching in the classroom, which was very important for me, I got a teaching position at the Maryland Institute College of Art. It's where I currently work. I live in Baltimore now, teach drawing to freshmen students, and also life drawing to sophomore and junior level classes. But this school was so important to my development as an artist, as a woman, as an educator. So I'm just really thankful for the experience here. But in terms of the work that I have on display, it really embodies both of my identities as an artist. I like to describe myself as a painter and a printmaker. And so the work here, you see a range of things. But I really like to combine both elements of those worlds together. So taking the things that I like most about my work as a painter and the things that I like most about myself as a printmaker and combining them. So you'll see that presence in the works that we have here. So, funny story. I was studying painting here as well as like delving more into printmaking, and I was taking Charles Geek's painting class. And I forgot what we were talking about, but he made the comment, he was like, hey, you know, you should probably try to make paintings that look like your prints. And I was like, that's not a good idea. But it's exactly what I'm doing now. So if you ever get some advice from your professors, then you can like, just try it and see what happens. But so yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. So I have the functionality of a painting, but the aesthetic of what I like about printmaking. So just kind of this push and pull between drawing and painting and collage to kind of create these works that bring all the things that I love together in one place. But I also still function traditionally as a printmaking. And so I like the title of this show because I think it really reflects that in all of our bodies of work. So you still have traditional elements of printmaking, but also you're able to see how we're expanding and pushing beyond that. And I've kind of coined this phrase, the matrix as art object. And that process really started here. I would say in like my last year of graduate school, I wanted to experiment with just making my work more contemporary, expanding the conversation about figurative work, particularly Black figurative imagery. And so I kind of just, those first experiments of putting all of these things together, that was kind of birthed here in this place. And so, as I mentioned before, it really has been foundational to the artist that I have become today. So, yeah, if you want to know more about like specific pieces, I'll be giving a talk tomorrow at 5:30 in the Print Bay. But I'm also open to answer questions for people who have them this evening. But yeah, thank you so much for your time. I know like college campuses are always busy, whether you're a faculty member, staff, admin, or student. So I really do appreciate you taking the time to share this space with me this evening. Thank you.
Lastly, we have Professor Catherine Reeves here, who is feeling a little under the weather. So if you'd like to ask questions, she will answer with short words, condensed. But thank you so much for being here and for exhibiting your work. So please stay, eat something, speak to both of our artists. We do have kind of a more lecture style tomorrow at the Print Bay. But thank you for being here and celebrating this exhibition with us. Thank you.